Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY Dreaming, and this is number 2. Part of the first video I did had no sound, so I'm trying again, and I'm going to give you a real quick tour of my house, our house, dressed up in a pretty scaled back way this year for Christmas. And you will be able to see that I really am a cream lover. In other words, I love cream, ivory, beige, those kind of colors. So let me just turn this around and I'll just walk you through real quick. Here is our fireplace, and I have just all different cream stockings for our 2 dogs and for my husband and I and for our youngest son and for our son who is married and his wife. These are things that I have made. I made that little pillow wrap. Over here are the lacy rag trees that we made last year. And here is one of the cute little reindeer that we made last year. And then this is my arrangement of rope wiffle balls. Isn't it pretty? I still absolutely love this piece, this combination. And that was just a pretty sign that I made. As far as the tree goes, I made, I don't know, maybe 90% of the ornaments on there. And then another 5% of the ornaments on there were things that y'all sent me. And then there's a few store-made things, like this Hobby Lobby flower. I have a couple of those. And this little cream felt ball garland that came from Walmart. Anyways, hopefully you guys can hear. Would somebody please let me know? Because my first video had sound for a few minutes and then no sound. Over here is our sofa, and on it you can see that pillow that I just recently made. It's a lumber pillow. I made the little tassels to put on the corners, and then I added all those vintage doilies. Yay, Lynn, thank you for letting me know. That's another pillow that I made. Oh, did I say up there? Those wooden trees were something we made 2 or 3 years ago. Here's just my little cream colored tree village on the coffee table. This is my husband's spot. So we won't spend any time there. This is one of my all-time favorites. All-time favorites. It's a cross on painter's drop cloth that is made with vintage mother of pearl buttons. And I made that 3 or 4 years ago. And I can swap it out with another piece that has a Christmas tree. But I think the cross is just so lovely, and honestly, I forgot. So anyways, and then over here is another little doodad that we made. That's my chair. And over here is another set of Christmas trees, then cream that I made last year. Here's Mia. She's obviously very tired from sleeping all day. Is exhausting. Her sister is having a haircut right now. This is that winter pine cone arrangement that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. Those pine cones came from California. They're just painted with a little bit of glitter sprinkled on while they were wet. And over here, I always get a million questions about that angel, and it was given to me by my friend Regina. She purchased it at a craft store of some, or a antique store or something. So anyways, it's not something that I have made. This is another one of my favorites. That frame with buttons and canvas duck, and then die word from Psalm 119 verse 11. This is one of my favorite little spots right there. And we're gonna wander into the kitchen, but don't pay any attention to the dishes in the sink. We just had kids over and my daughter-in-law made a big meal for us last night. And we cleaned up and then we got up and made a big breakfast. So the house is a little messy. This was my original cream colored tassel Christmas tree. And here's the one that we just did recently. And underneath it is one of my scroll art pieces that is made with brown craft paper. I don't have a ton of stuff in the kitchen right now, but I do have this little arrangement right here, and honestly, I am loving it. My daughter-in-law's mother had one of these trees in her kitchen at their lake house, and when we went for Thanksgiving, I thought it was so lovely. I mentioned a couple of times that I needed to figure out where that came from, and so she bought me one for Christmas, and I love it. This was my first attempt at doing any kind of arrangement with it, so it'll probably get changed a bunch. Anyways, let me know if you would like my Amazon affiliate link to this tree. I mean, it was $22 or something. It's not an expensive thing, and it's just so cool. This was something that I made. Gosh, there's the dishes. This was something that I made. Love that. And I'm going to give you a very quick peek into the dining room, and then I will wrap this up. These are all Goodwill things. This is another one of my favorite little spots. I just found poppers for Christmas, so I'm excited about that. This was a project I did several years ago. It's just a little cake plate, a glass cake plate with a dome. And I put that faux snow in it, some little tin houses, and some white trees. And then I stenciled on the glass dome Santa and his reindeer and added a little glitter. And it stayed like that. This is the third year I've used it. So, and there's one of my, one of my pin cushions. Here's another one. Okay, and this is the dining room, which didn't get a lot of attention this year because I've been busy and uninspired to do as much as normal. But almost all of the pieces on the table were thrift store or antique store finds. I kept my tree super simple. I did not get to do the cottage or the coastal tree that I had in mind before the Christmas season started. Right now, this room is just serving as the wrapping paper room. But anyways, that is pretty much it. I'm gonna go sit down. I think I'll make a tea or something, and I'm gonna read all your comments. Where's my village? You know what? I didn't get my village out this year because my son and daughter-in-law, she inherited 4 or 5 houses from her grandfather when he passed, of those little Dickens Village things. And we gave him 3 more. And he was the one, my son was the one who almost always set that up. So he did not get that done. He was busy prepping his own first new home for Christmas. So it didn't come out, but it would have been right there if it had. Mia! This is Miss Mia. She's very tired. It's exhausting to sleep all day long, right? Okay, so that is a quick tour. When Christmas is over, because we're celebrating Christmas with our kids a few days after the actual Christmas this year, then I'll just transition into a lot of winter snowflakes, still doing a ton of cream. And anyways, that is the plan. So I hope that this was fun, just to get a little glimpse. And I hope that I had sound for the entire video because the first one did not. So if you have questions, don't hesitate. If you want that Amazon link for that little small bonsai white lighted tree, let me know. And anyways, you're like me this year, Donna says. She didn't do as much as she, sister's calling, so I'm gonna answer that. And I will see you guys later. Have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day.